Okay, so hi. So welcome back with another video about To the Nile by John Keats Part 2. So in the previous video I was explaining few lines. So today I will be explaining from the line number 5 to the line number 9. So there will be a part 3 video of an explanation of the remaining lines. So I thought of sharing the Google Docs document rather than sharing the PDF because in the PDF there's no sufficient space for me to write down the notes. Okay, so we'll come back to the poem. So the line number 5, it says, "Nurse of sword nations since the world began." So swart means dark skinned, and here the Nile has nourished. Nourish means fed and cared for people of Africa for ages. And they're comparing Nile to a nurse, which means that Nile has been feeding and caring for nations. And they are also exaggerating its ancient role. So we can see that exaggeration in the phrase since the world began. So here the simple meaning is the Nile has supported African peoples for countless generations. So I will give you a note in relation to the line number 5. So here, swart means dark skinned, which means referring to African people. And here, nurse equals, which means someone who takes care of others. So here, the poet imagines the Nile River as a nurse who has been looking after people for thousands of years. And then there are some literary devices. I'm referring to the fifth line. In the layer, there are literary devices. The first one is a metaphor. So the river is compared to a nurse because it gives water, food, and life. And the second literary device is hyperbole. So here the hyperbole is since the world began. So here is this is an exaggeration showing how ancient and important the Nile is. So here the meaning is the Nile has been given life and support to African people, African people for a very long time, almost as if it has been caring for them since the beginning of history. So here, think of it like this. Without the Nile, people in Egypt and nearby lands could survive in the desert. So Keats called the river a nurse, a loving caretaker of nations. Then the line number 6. So the line number 6 is, "Art thou so truthful, or dost thou beguile?" So art thou means are you, beguile means to trick or deceive. So there is a rhetorical question. The poet wonders if the Nile truly is fertile or if it just deceives people. So there's the personification. The Nile can beguile as if it has human powers. So the meaning is, are you really giving or do you only seem so? So here, art thou means are you, and then the fruitful. Fruitful means full of life, giving crops and greenery. And the other means trick or deceive. So here it's talking directly to the Nile River. So he asks, are you really fertile and life giving? Or do you just trick people into thinking you are? And also, there are some literary devices. The first one is rhetorical question. So here, it's not meant to get an answer, but to show doubt. And then the second one is personification. Here, the river is treated like a person who can deceive. So, the meaning here is the poet is unsure. He wonders if the Nile truly gives life or if people only imagine it does. So here Keats is saying, Nile, are you really as great as people say? Or are you just fooling us? Or are you just fooling us with appearances? Then we'll go to the line number 7. Okay, so here line number 7 is such men to honor thee who won with toil. So here such men means hardworking farmers and travelers. So theme of struggle. There is the theme of struggle is highlighted in here. So people who work hard in the hot land look up to the Nile. So and also there is alliteration worn with the word worn with adds musical rhythm. So people who are tired and hardworking still praise the Nile. So here such means equal, which means ordinary people like farmers and travelers. The bored with toil means exhausted from hard work. And then here Keats is saying, it is saying that even the people who work hard, who even the people who work very hard, hot, difficult land still honor, respect and praise the Nile River. And also there are some literary devices. There is theme of struggle, shows how tough life is for these workers. And then there is alliteration. So here, vodic means creates a soft musical sound. And then there is personification. The Nile is treated like someone who can be honored. So here, the simple meaning is even tired, hard-working people continue to respect and praise the Nile because it gives them life and okay. He farmers like think of like this: farmers waiting in the fields and travelers tired from the desert still look at the Nile with gratitude because without it they couldn't survive. Okay, so we'll meet from the third part of the video. Thank you.